Bosko's again? How'd we end up back here?
Judging from the lack of safety railings and ready availability of guns and ammo, I'd say we've gone back in time. Seems to be sometime in the early sweet mother of mole sauce.
You fools gonna buy something, or do you want to make a baby?
Well now. 9mm hollow points are always special. Nations rise and nations fall, but those hot weenies will outlast us all. You must be Mrs. Bosko.
That's Ms. Bosko. I don't want any part of your oppressive patriarchy.
Fair enough, ma'am. Miss, you.
Who are you?
Sam and Max, freelance police.
Finally, the police. Maybe you can help me catch that fool.
Which fool did you want us to catch exactly?
That man who just came in here yelling about conspiracies and busting up the place.
Bosko always did know how to make a memorable first impression.
Can you tell us more about the man who trashed your shop?
He took one look at me and screamed.
That should narrow the list of suspects down to any man with eyes.
Then he stumbled back and ran right into my baby maker.
Ouch!
We can't take the case, but we'll keep an eye out for your vandal, Miss Bosko.
I swear if I ever find him, I'm gonna make sure he gets no pleasure in this life.
Ah, I haven't heard a tale of motherly love like that since the Manchurian Candidate.
We're here to help your son.
I don't have a son. You think it's not enough I'm a businesswoman and inventor? A woman's only useful if she's got a son.
It's not that. We're friends with him.
Well, acquaintances.
We know him.
We've spoken to him more than once.
Doesn't matter. I'm not defined by my children. But when I do have one, she's gonna be the most perfect little angel.
What was that you said about making a baby?
I'm made uncomfortable by this line of questioning, Sam.
That's just because you're scared of a world where career-minded women don't need to be tied to a man to have a family. This ain't the past anymore. It's the 1960s. They can talk about putting a person on the moon, and I can invent a baby-making machine.
Well, how does this baby-making machine work?
You just take a DNA sample from the mother and the other person and combine them in that machine. Let it bake a couple hours, and you've got a beautiful baby girl. Or boy, I guess. I've already got my own samples in there. I'm gonna test it out tonight after closing.
How do you get the DNA samples?
Isn't that obvious? Saliva, fools!
Well, naturally.
Oh, of course.
Where'd you get the father's sample?
Oh, him. Well, I was just in Washington, D.C. for a special occasion, and when I was touring the White House, I met a nice man in a dark suit. He was polite and didn't say much. Seemed like his spit was as good as anybody else's, so I picked him.
See you later, Miss Bosko.
We're gonna pick up some swinging 60s chicks and start a groovy hullabaloo.
Men.
Cut it out, Max. You don't even like girls.
Oh, right.
You got a problem with women?
Nah, just never interested. With all the general malice I have to get done in a day, girls are just a huge waste of time.
I have never been as turned on as I am right now.
What?
You just never found the right woman, and I never found the right man. Forget the baby maker.
Catastrophic temporal anomaly detected.
Run away with me, Max, my white stallion.
Curse my irresistible animal magnetism.
Miss Bosko, I really think you should reconsider.
I can already see us, living next door to that nice detective.
Well, it would be nice having someone to do my laundry.
You don't even wear clothes.
And yet I always end up with so many blood-stained shirts. 'Tis a mystery.
Think of your children. What about that?
I won't need kids once I have the love of my Max. He'll be my new little pet project.
Max just isn't that into you.
Oh, geez, Sam, show a little tact. What he means to say is, there is absolutely no way, no how I would ever be interested in you until the day the Earth is consumed by the flames of our exploding sun.
You say that now.
Max is belligerent, recalcitrant, and quite possibly psychotic.
So you're jealous, is that it? Want to keep him all to yourself?
I never knew you felt this way, Sam.
Temporal anomaly detected.
Shut up! It's not like that. Max is no good for you.
Oh, I can fix him.
Max doesn't even like girls.
They're a nuisance at best.
Hasn't been interested since... Well, when did that start exactly?
I think it all goes back to that time we were... No flashback? Okay. Well, it's been ever since junior high. I'm a bad seed! I can't be faithful to just one woman!
Oh, I'm enough for at least a dozen women. You dog, you.
We're from different worlds. I'm from Earth, and you're from the freakiest planet of the freak system.
Opposites attract, baby. You're the only man not falling over himself to get me.
I'm president of the U.S., and you'd make a lousy first lady.
You just don't know what you want. I may not be the first, but I'm the last lady you'll ever need.
I'm married to my career.
They had the ceremony in Canada because it's legal there.
All those excuses you keep making just prove you need me.
Just looking at you repulses me.
And that's from a guy who has a 12-volume scrapbook labeled Things I Have Shed.
You can try to push me away, but I know how you really feel.
I think I'd rather take napalm in an IV drip while being pulled through a wheat thresher than spend another second with you.
You can't get rid of me that easy.
Look, lady, you just don't get it. I'm just not into you.
Keep on protesting. It just makes me know you're the one.
They're
They're beautiful.
baby food and bum wipes. If you use less of one, you wouldn't need as many of the other. What a waste. What a senseless waste. Spilt milk.